Hi, and welcome to Calm's virtual Ladies Get Loud event. My name is Elena Walczak, and I'm the CEO for Calm. And although I'm so sad that we can't be together in person this year because I know this event is so fun and so festive, I couldn't miss this opportunity to share with you Calm's great work throughout the county and specifically in Santa Maria Valley. First of all, I just want to acknowledge that we are enduring one of the greatest traumas of our lifetime. The stress and the strain are felt by each and every one of us, and the isolation, anxiety, uncertainty, and tremendous overwhelm is seriously taking a toll 6 months in. But for the most vulnerable among us, these feelings, these challenges are absolutely overwhelming. But one thing we've learned is that trauma recovery is Calm's expertise. Our clinical services are ensuring the health and well-being of thousands of children and families across this county. And during the pandemic, we have been facing a hidden epidemic of childhood trauma. We know in the best of times that every home is not safe for every child. But without the eyes of teachers or childcare providers or doctors seeing our children on a day-to-day basis, we know they're in danger. Further, parental stress is at an all-time high. We're juggling remote work, remote school, health scares, and growing economic stressors. But Calm is here for all families. Since the pandemic, we have provided uninterrupted services. We pivoted to telehealth services within 3 days, and for the last 2 months, we've been providing in-person services both in our offices or in the community for families that need us. And since the pandemic started, we have accepted 60% more clients. The need has never been greater. But it's clear that our prevention, our treatment, and our community-embedded services are having a tremendous positive impact on the children and families that we serve. So I am so proud to share with you today Calm's video, and pandemic or not, please know Calm is here. Calm is where families are. Thank you. Trauma at any level isn't just impacting one child or one family, it ripples out. My own children have classmates that are going through really tough things and it impacts them.
Our lives are intertwined. Anxiety is an epidemic. When one of us is not doing well, it affects the entire community in different ways. And so when we take care of some, we're really taking care of ourselves.
Children can't learn if they're not well, if they're hungry, or if they're scared, or if they're worried that their mom is going to get beaten up.
Several incidents have happened in our community that have affected children in our schools. And I've been looking for something, and here came Calm at the perfect time.
I want to be able to help this parent that's reaching out wanting to get help for their child, because that's the most precious thing for that parent. I know what my children mean to me, and so being able to give them some kind of hope, some kind of help to be able to do this thing called parenting, I'm all for it.
And I just keep going back to the practical tools that Calm gave my wife and I, just step-by-step things we could say, things we could do, ways to redirect, acknowledging that certain things were just hard and that's how it was going to be and that we were going to work on it together. It definitely has made us better parents for our own children and future foster children that we have.
I used to receive services like the ones that I'm giving now, and I know that really make a change on my life and my children's life. I used to think that I was a good father because I will bring money to the home and I will change a diaper now and then, but then I learned how to be an involved parent and how to be a responsible father. I learned how to tell my children that I love them.
Every child has their story. It just hasn't been written yet. And if they are experiencing trauma or if they're experiencing hardship, they may not be able to grow into that person that they're meant to be, and then our community doesn't get to benefit from that.
CALM doesn't only support children, they also support teachers. They are cognizant that teachers experience stress. If you're surrounded by students that are in some form of trauma, you can't help but take some of that home, and so teachers need to talk about that as well.
What I really love about CALM is how we're approaching behavior management and thinking, okay, that's not just a child who is trying to misbehave or be difficult, but what's going on with them and what's behind that, and how can we not only support that child but also the family and then the community at large.
That child is one day going to be a parent or a mentor to another child, and they're going to impact that child's life. And then that child is going to impact another child's life for the better.
You can see it in their faces. You know that the desire to give back and the desire to grow is there. And so if we can have one piece of helping children and families reach that potential so that those children are well, that makes it all worthwhile.
The impact that you have on one child is really magnified generationally, exponentially. Each success story for each client you have is not just for that client, it's for the entire community for years to come.
I think there's no greater gift that we can do than help all parts of our community really grow and flourish, because we're all going to benefit from it, and it's just the right thing to do.
Hello, my name's Yvonne Nelson, and I'm the North County Regional Manager for CALM. Welcome to Ladies Get Loud, and thank you so much for your support. In these last 6 months, when really everything changed, CALM's commitment to the Santa Maria Valley remains steadfast. In fact, we were able to find new ways to provide support to our community, and we were able to provide uninterrupted services during what has been a very difficult time. I will say it was a bit challenging to pivot our deeply relational work from in-person to phone and video conference within a span of 3 days. However, thanks to our deeply committed and highly skilled staff, we were able to do just that. We were able to decrease our wait list, to increase weekly contact with families that needed it most, and we even developed play kits and delivered them to homes in order to support online play therapy sessions. CALM continues to adapt and respond to the needs of our families, and so we have begun to see families in person and in outdoor spaces who need it the most. CALM's future in Santa Maria is strong. We are facing a global trauma, and we know that means that the need for our services will only increase, and we will be here to meet that need. By strengthening family attachment and bonds, by supporting families through the healing process that have been impacted by trauma, and by continuing to partner with community agencies like the YMCA, Orchid Unified School District, our local family resource center, and medical settings like Public Health and Marion Medical Hospital. Please know that CALM is here, building a foundation of support and fostering resiliency for all families in Santa Maria Valley and throughout Santa Barbara County.
Bonjour, I'm Christy Nemetz, and welcome to Ladies Get Loud 2020 at Home. When our committee started planning this event, this was the furthest thing from our vision. But based on the unprecedented year that we have had, this is what we're doing, and we're so happy to welcome you into our home.
I'm Mike Gibson. I'm a board member for CALM, and it's my pleasure to have been involved with the Ladies Get Loud event since its inception. We started this back in 2014. Back then, it raised $14,000. Last year, it raised $62,000. So it's been steadily going up, and we appreciate the support that our sponsors and that all our ladies that have attended the event, our waiters, everybody that's been involved has just done a fantastic job of making this a signature event in our town. So, Christy, how did you get involved with CALM to begin with?
Well, Mike, you know the answer to that. It's all your fault. We moved to the Santa Maria area, and I was needing to find a purpose in my life, and you provided me with that purpose. You said that CALM was looking for people to be on their North County Community Relations Committee, and I joined that and just love being a part of what CALM does and how they help families who have faced trauma in our community, help to keep those families together, teach parents how to be good parents, be better parents, and keep them with their children.
Yeah, that's so true. You know, this is really, I think, a defining time for our organization. We know that there is trauma going on behind closed doors that affects children deeply. There's domestic violence going on. And the normal touch points for these kids to be out with their teachers, and the teachers are able to see the telltale signs of some of that trauma that might be occurring, that's not happening. These kids are behind closed doors, and it's really stressful for us knowing that when things do start to reopen again, there's going to be after effects of that trauma. So it's really important that we continue to support our educators, that we support our pediatricians who are seeing those kids, and our law enforcement personnel that have to go out on these calls, these domestic violence calls, and see the after effects of this trauma. So it's really important, I think, that we're always ready to deal with those traumas, and we need your help now more than ever. Last year, Ladies Get Loud raised $62,000, and a large portion of that funding came from the tips that ladies left our waiters, and the waiters in turn handed those funds over to CALM.
Very generous ladies.
Very generous ladies. And we really need your help and could use your donation to replace those tips that we're not going to get this year, being in a virtual format like we are. So if you can just go to our website, calmforkids.org, that's calm for kids with the number 4. There's a donation tab, punch that, and it'll walk you through the steps for making your contribution. We could really use the help, and CALM services are really needed now more than ever, and we want to be ready as things start to reopen again.
For sure, Mike. So, shall we now have the drawing?
Yeah.
Okay.
But first we need a toast.
All right.
To Paris.
To Paris, to a night in Paris, and to the lucky winner.
Do we want to shake those up?
I've been shaking, trying to get them separated. Okay, Mike.
I'm turn my head.
Grab down in there. And the grand prize winner is
Liliana Elenis.
Liliana Elenis. Congratulations. You get an amazing Central Coast Getaway weekend or staycation.
Yes. So congratulations to Liliana. This is great news for her, I'm sure.
Yes, awesome thing.
But thanks to everybody for attending our virtual Ladies Get Loud this year.
Au revoir and merci beaucoup.